Shout out, Hang Nation, Dope Ideas Media, Plug City for bringing me, representative of family and friends, Out of Nowhere Entertainment, Sin Crawford up here to drop a little bit of game and get some of you hoe ass niggas in check. Y'all know who the fuck I am.
See what I mean? I be wanting to talk shit when you say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me check my schedule.
Welcome to Plug City. I'm your host, June.
Hey, your boy, Project Logic.
Who we got?
Sin Crawford, CEO of Family and Friends Entertainment, CEO WZN Publishing, head A&R for Out of Nowhere Entertainment.
Go ahead and throw a few more titles out there, man. I know you got a few more, man.
And we also partner with Seal Publishing if y'all need
There
that
we
too.
go. There we go. I know you got a few more titles. Come on, man.
That's it.
Don't be-
And I'm a producer and part-time rapper.
There we go. Yeah, I know you got one or two more, man.
That's it, man. That's it.
Sam, I know you got one or two more,
That's
man.
it, man. That's it. That's all I do for the most part. You know what I'm
Alright.
saying?
Man, pleasure to have you out here, man. Thank you for coming out. This is gonna be fun, man. Cause me and you got got a different relationship. Like, I think we got kind of similar personality. So, we can both talk our shit and we understand where the conversation's coming from. And my introduction to you at this point in life was you, for lack of a better word, being an asshole, man. Just being an intentional asshole, though, right?
Yeah.
But before we get into that, man, I'm gonna let you talk your shit. Which you were one of the few people, locally who your shit talking is deserved. Your shit talking is accredited. Like, you come with a degree with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it rubs people the wrong way. But I was always taught being humble just massages the ego of people who can't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you being humble, it's not for you. It's for the people who can't do what you do. Don't celebrate your dunk because there's 400 people who can't dunk. Don't celebrate your touchdown because it's 1,000 people who never scored a touchdown. So it's, being humble is for people who can't do what you do. It's not for you. And I think you took humble out your vocabulary a long time ago. When I understand why and talking to you. So let's start from the beginning though, man. Where you from? Originally.
Born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. I was born in General Hospital. You know what I'm saying? 1984, you feel me?
Okay. Comfortable putting the age out there.
Hey, man,
Proud
I don't give a
old
fuck,
head,
man, because the old niggas run the industry. Don't let these young niggas fool y'all, man.
All right, man. So kind of talk to us about early on Sin, man. Pre-music, if there was a pre-music, you know what I'm saying? What was Sin like growing up?
I was smart. I always been smart, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when I was a kid and shit, I was all off in the video games, karate, and basketball. I wanted to be Bruce Lee and Isaiah Thomas, and that was it. Music was always in the house, though. I grew up with a piano since forever. So it was always, like, music around and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't what I was focused on, you know what I'm saying?
Were you sports, anything like that?
Karate, I got my black.
Okay, well, yeah, that is technically a sport.
Yeah. I played basketball and shit, but I was just alright, you know what I'm saying? But karate, I was really good at.
What belt did you say you got?
I got my black belt.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah.
So that's why you be talking shit, because you're whooping nigga ass?
If I have to. I got my black belt when I was 13 or 14. They wrote about it in the paper and shit, and I was pissed. Niggas at Madison gonna remember this. I was in the 6th or 7th grade, and my mama thought it was a good idea to call the school and have them announce to the whole school that me and a couple other people had just got our black belts the day before. So the whole school, yes, and we want to congratulate Adam Samples because he got his black belt last night. Man. Yeah, but wouldn't nobody try me though, so you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's funny as hell to see your little ass out here hip tossing motherfuckers. Like,
I was good,
but
bro.
I believe you though.
I fought. That's what I like to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I made the U.S. National Martial Arts team twice.
Okay.
I just couldn't afford to go to Jamaica and fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have that type of paper at that time for me to go and travel and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So kind of talk to us a little bit about, once again, me and you've talked before, so after karate, what was it for you?
I was in a marching band and shit, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But see, it's like weird because I always like my aunt. She had Slick Rick. I want to say a Big Daddy Kane record, a Cool Mo D record, and maybe a Young MC record. Mm-hmm. And I used to be like 5, 6 years old, like breaking and sneaking in her room to just pull out the records and look at them because she would never let me listen to the shit. Okay. So I always wanted rap, but my family didn't want me to, be involved with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like where I'm from in Pontiac, my family name is like in them streets for real solidified from the 30s. Okay. So it shit go back to like y'all granddaddies and great granddaddies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the original foundation of that shit come from like my grandmama and shit like that. So my family more so was like, they were saying like I was going to be the one samples that never gets a felony and goes to college and does woo woo woo, but obviously I fucked all that up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so kind of talk a little bit. Obviously I fucked that up. So kind of talk a little bit about that. But before we get into that, what was your grades like in school? Like I got good grades. Like what is good? Like C minuses? Nah, like A's and B's and shit. But
wait a minute, hold on. What kind of standard is that for good grades to say C?
Because one of the things I like to do, and because I have a rapport with Sin and a relationship when we talk a lot, it's always big for me to let people see the journey and the path. Like I said in just about every interview I do, I'm always enamored by people who didn't come from my situation, who still took that route. Like as an adult, I'm learning that the people that I thought weren't in bad situations were in bad situations. And it just looked a certain way to us. Because a lot of times you judge people off of what you see. It's like, why did he make that choice? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? Because the optics is perfect. Yeah. But when you really dig deeper, you see it was a little bit more. So a lot of times people, I was good at school. I was straight. I did my thing. I knew my ABCs, and it's like, but you were a D student, so I understood why you hit the block. But then it's like, we had, I'm trying to think, who did we have up here? I think it might have been Binks we had up here. No, it was Measy we had up here. And I've known Measy since 2nd grade. Measy was an A and B student. He'll beat your ass too. We talked about that. We got to that. Definitely facts. But Measy hit the block. Yeah. And it was like, why did an A and B student all throughout school hit the block? Because A's and B's wasn't paying bills. And you going to school getting A's and B's and coming home and your mom and your sister got a pack of noodles to split between the three of y'all. Like A's and B's ain't feeding you in high school. Like it's gonna get you to college and get you a degree and a job by the time you're 22. But age 14 to 19, you gotta eat. So it's always important that we highlight, because we're gonna talk about the bullshit and being in the streets and all that. But this wasn't just, let me get out here and be cool. It was, this is situation based. This was necessity based. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, I don't just want to highlight shit and laugh and joke about shit and completely gloss over the why. Yeah. Because somebody gonna hear this shit. Yeah. And they might take the wrong message away. People don't know me, bro. Exactly. They know, and you're a master at that. Like you're a master at putting out what you want. You will talk a lot and answer a lot of questions, but you will specifically only talk about what you want to talk about. And only answer what you want to answer, which is what makes you an interesting person to interview. But going back to that though, you were A and B student in school. Yeah. I was on the robotics team. The Delphi first team. Uh-huh. Exactly. So for a lot of people who don't know what that is, kind of explain what that is. So GM had this partnership with like the schools where they was taking like they'd get like a group of kids and we'll build robots and go to these big national competitions. And then like the year I went, our game was we had to build a robot that could pick up like one of them kickballs and lift it up like 6 feet in the air and drop it in the basket. Yeah, I remember that. And it was sponsored by General Motors, and I think they had the championship was in Florida, right?
Yep, Disney World.
Yeah, and I remember because Central they won it like 2 years back to back, didn't they?
I can't remember, bro. I was smoking weed. I got in so much trouble in Florida, bro. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all about that. That's a good one.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, but yeah, the Delphi first team was for people who were real good at math, good at engineering, good at problem solving. You guys had to create the robot.
Yeah.
From scratch.
Yeah.
Electronic parts, electrical parts, mechanical parts, and you competed against everybody from across the nation. And the finals was in Florida at Disney World. I want to say it was at the Wide World of Sports.
Disney World, Wide World of Sports.
And you guys competed against everybody. And nationally, Central won it. I want to say it was 2 years back to back. Because you graduated my year, right?
03.
I graduated 02. You were the year after me.
Yeah, we won. Northern won, or we came in second, or some shit like that.
But being on the first team was a big deal.
Yeah.
It almost guaranteed you were going to college.
I didn't want it.
And that's what I wanted. Like, so
my
why?
mama made me do that shit.
You didn't want to be on first team, or you didn't want to go?
No, I didn't want to do that shit. I wasn't interested in that shit, bro. I didn't build that robot. I didn't assist in the design. I didn't do nothing. I was the bad seed of the first team. I used to get in trouble for sagging all of the time. They was like on me, but they seen that I was smart, so they used to be like trying to lead me in the right direction. But like them dudes couldn't. You know, they was cool and shit, but them wasn't the type of people I was gonna look up to or try to like follow myself after. I wasn't no straight nerd, you know what I'm saying?
So was it the family thing? So what leaned you more towards the opposite of that direction? I would say if you were smart, you were in karate, so that's some type of discipline and being able to follow directions and being able to listen to what you're being told. What took you off of that direction and say, no, I don't want to fuck with the first team.
So imagine,
I want to fuck with college.
Imagine you coming home from school, right? And when you get off the bus, you see all your shit in front of your house. That's what led me to the streets. You know what I'm saying? It was family shit going on. My mom, she got mental, disabilities or whatever. She a special lady. So when all of that shit hit the fan, it was kind of like I was on my own. You know what I'm saying? Out of the clear blue sky. So it wasn't like a lot of these, just like you said, bro, a lot of these niggas, and niggas don't like to say this, but they soft as fuck. And the truth of the shit be, y'all was spoiled as hell. Your mama bought you every pair of Jordans, everything that you wanted, and then as soon as mama like, okay, you grown now, I'm not buying that, you don't got that discipline in you to say, all right, I'm about to go get a job, so you go hit the block. And then you got some niggas, they was really fucked up from the jump. Like I give you an example, bro. Some niggas like that's our age, right? They grew up with me on the 300. I'm from the 300 block, East Wilson and Sanford. They shit been the trap. You know what I'm saying? Since the foundation of that shit. That's what they from. But when you meet these dudes, these niggas is all smiles, the most nice, kind-hearted people, never disrespectful or none of that type of shit. But they are from it, bro. I remember when niggas got killed in they shit. That was like the first murder that fucked me up when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's used to work for the hospital, St. Joe's. My grandma worked at the plant. So in the mornings, I would have to get myself off to school. You know what I'm saying? By myself, I'm 6, 7 years old. And some niggas got stabbed up in the crib next door, and I watched them bring all of the bodies out and shit. And then went to school and cried about it, because I called my mom's like, yo, they bringing bodies out the house next door. She like, well, do you want to stay home? I'm like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I'm by myself. I'm like 7. But I went on to school, and that shit fuck with a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I cried in the whole 9 yards. Shit scared me. But it just prepared me for shit that I seen later on down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that's real shit. Like, similar stories coming from the Yak, coming from the Jets. Like, I remember coming home from school and then pulling bodies out the lake. You know what I'm saying? The same lake that we would go swimming in and fishing in. And it's like, bro, the same spot where I'm doing cannonballs, it's like they pulling whole cars. Like, it was crazy. So it really affects, your mentality coming up. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, a lot of times with the music we make, the battles, whatever we do, a lot of that aggression or whatever that a lot of people show is based on the environment.
True.
And there's no way you can see something every single day and it not affect you.
Truth, bro.
You know what I'm saying? In some way. So it's always interesting when I hear different people's perspective on that and how it affected them and how it, you know, chose them to choose whatever path they took.
And see, but it's different for me though. Like my cousin, right? Them cats, you know, was like they was living like paid in full in Pontiac back in the day.
Yeah.
So it was a whole different aura on my family in general. You know what I'm saying? Like even to this day, bro, there's certain police officers like that. If they hear my last name, they eyes buck up a little bit. Because they know what we come from. And it took a lot to like dispel all of that shit. Like people don't be understanding, like, nigga, if you a killer, right? And then you get known throughout the hood and you get known throughout the system, your family's known now. You don't think these police ain't looking at every type of angle they can to get to whoever they get? They know more than what niggas think they know. Like this ain't the 80s, like, and us specifically, we in Oakland County.
Yeah.
They have money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that shit can be a black cloud that carries and follows you. You know what I'm saying? Like my OGs, like all my older cousins that been to the joint that did like 20-year bits. When they got out, they used to fuck with me and shit because I was in the streets and, you know, I'm a small nigga. And they like, so what you gonna do when you go to the joint and they find out you are who you are? What you think they gonna have for you? I said, oh, it's two things, bro. They either about to roll the red carpet out for me or they gonna be trying to kill me. And he said, as long as you know that, you'll be okay. And that's the type of shit that I come from, that they tried their hardest to keep me away from it. Because I'm not no overtly violent or bad person. I'm a cool nigga, bro.
Yeah.
But it was just shit that happened in my life that made me not so much of a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my limits. Like, this music shit, that shit music, bro. That shit don't affect me. But once you playing with family, you know, motorcycle club, any of that other shit, then it's a whole different side of me that niggas not even gonna be understanding. You know what I'm saying?
True, like, and that, like I said, that's just always interesting to me personally. I don't want to go too deep into it, but that's just what always interests me, hearing the backstory of the people you are, because you see, if you know the person, if you interact with you a little bit more, you kind of see little glimpses of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I kill a nigga for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see little glimpses of it here and there. And it's always interesting, but, you know, we're going to kind of move on. I ain't going to kind of bog it down too much. But just real quick, though, if you can, just speak into the mic a little bit more.
For sure.
Because it's, you know, drifting a little bit with the AC on. I don't want you to the sound be messed up, because you got a lot to say. But going more so towards music. Early on, it was karate, it was cartoons, it was comics, it was, you know, robotics. And eventually, at some point, you know, you talked about the music, just looking at the records and being enamored by how the record looked, and just imagining, because I remember them days too, imagining what it sounded like.
Yeah.
And, you know, so what really brought you into the music? What brought you there?
My mama forced me.
Okay.
She made me take piano lessons when I was like 6 at the Creative Arts Center, and I hated that shit. I hated it. I did the first little like semester or whatever where you get to the first piano recital, and then I quit. You know what I'm saying? And I would just play little shit on the piano at home, just fucking with it. You know, because my grandmama played piano and sung, so I just tinker around or whatever, but I couldn't like just bust out and play. And then when I got to like, Dr. Dre came out, bro. And when Dr. Dre came out, that's like when I really started really loving rap. And then the first tape I bought was Bone in the 4th grade, Creeping on a Come Up. And then 5th grade, I wrote my first rap with my group. You know what I'm saying? And
Who was
after
your
that,
group at that
it was me, my nigga Daryl Harris, my nigga Troy Hardiman, and my nigga Al Howard.
What was the name of y'all group?
We was Chaos. That was our name. We was rapping about fuck the society and all this shit we didn't even know about, bro. But this little kids, man.
That's hilarious.
Damn.
Yeah. That's all I remember. I started my shit off with fuck society. That's like the first bars I ever wrote.
Wow.
Nigga, you was a 4th grade KRS-One, dog.
Yeah, but we was like talking about crack and shit that we was not doing. You know what I'm saying?
We all did that, but like my first song I wrote was about a gun. I never even seen a gun, held a gun in my hand, but I killed about 30 people in my first song. I swear, minimum. Like, bro, I could have got fed time for that first song. But yeah, so at what point did you start taking music serious?
I always took that shit serious.
Well, let me take it back. At what point did you start taking rap music serious to the point where you really decided to invest in it?
When I was 16, I begged my moms to buy me a Yamaha DJX because I wanted to make my own beats. Because from like maybe 6th, 7th grade to maybe like 10th grade in high school, I used to freestyle over all my CDs and shit. So if I'm got the new Jay-Z Volume 3, I'm freestyling over that nigga. So I learned how to rap by like if you rapping right now, I learned how to freestyle over you on the beat. That's how I learned, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck this, I need to make beats, and started looking at the shit, and it was too expensive. You know what I'm saying? Back then, yeah, you Fruity Loops niggas, y'all wouldn't be here because you'd have to actually pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to even be able to learn how to do something. So cheapest shit I found was a $300 keyboard, and I begged my mama for it, and she bought me that bitch, and I started making tapes, and I made tapes from 16 to 18.
Was that the start of Friends and Family?
No.
Or what was that?
That was just singing. That was just me, you know what I'm saying? Like, first time I ever rapped in front of people, we was in Miss Sowell class senior year of high school, and she was like, I forgot how it all went down, but it was me, the twins, and it was Junior from Folklock. And
Which twins? Bryce and Brian?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what was they double up or something?
Pair up.
Pair up, something like that, yeah.
So somebody was in class talking about they could rap, and the teacher was like, shut the door. She was like, all right, if y'all can cuss, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, if y'all gonna get up here and rap, right? So Junior rap and one of the twins rap. I was too scared. My nigga Daryl was like, that nigga Adam can rap. So they're like, go up there. And I spit something I had wrote and memorized and killed it. And then all of the girls came up to me after and was like, I was the best one. And then once the bitches said that shit, it was a rap. Like, this is what I do now, you know what I'm saying? The girls said I was dope. Shit, you can't
Let's
tell
do
me
it.
nothing. Like, I'm rapping now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would never rap in school because I developed my shit over beats. I still, to this day, I can't rap without a beat, bro. Like, I'm trash. Battle rap, y'all niggas would be like, who the fuck with this nigga? Get him the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how did that turn into, well, first let me ask this simple but necessary question. How did we go from Adam Samples to Sin Crawford?
Belly. My nigga said that the nigga Nas character was kind of more so like me, like I was cool and I wasn't like trying to be all with the shit, but I was with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't even know I used to sell weed in high school, bro. At the same time, I was on a motherfucking robotics team. My team, my niggas like got me to do it because I wasn't scared, and then they knew I was smart enough to figure out how to get it in, because I ain't gonna say the niggas' names, but niggas kept getting hit coming through the metal detectors.
Bro, you can say the names. That was in 2003.
Hell no, I ain't gonna do that shit.
This 17 years.
Some of these niggas is legit, bro.
Jay-Z
so
said I'm blatant because I'm past the statute of
I can't do that, man.
I'm way too famous to be going to jail.
Niggas from Northern know who got caught bringing QPs in through the metal detectors and shit. Niggas know what it was. So
how QP go off in the metal detector?
I don't know what them niggas did. You know what I'm saying?
And our metal detectors, the way it was, so you had to put your backpack through the scanner thing, like at the airport, and then you walk through the metal detector.
So they could see.
So they sitting right there at the computer looking in your backpack to see through.
Y'all had real money.
I want to say it was about 97, they had a real bad incident at Pontiac Central. Like a real bad incident. We had a real big like Hmong community. Okay. And like Hmong gang members are like if you ever seen like Rush Hour, any movie with like the triad, like that's how the Hmong gangs get down. Like they don't, like, you thinking, oh, I'm gonna come to school with my gun, I'm gonna come to school. Like they come into school with like a hacksaw, with like a sledgehammer, with like a chainsaw. But like they come in with farmer weapons and they using them. They not holding them in the air to flash them. Like they swinging chainsaws outside. Like you walk outside, think you ready to scrap, and you hear ding 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 ding. Like they bought their life. So we had a real bad incident like around 97, before we was in high school, and they instituted metal detectors. in all the high schools and bag checks in all the high schools and stuff
We
like
had
that.
metal detectors in the city, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
I
no,
could scan shit.
You know, well, in ours, you got to remember, Pontiac is so small. We had 2 high schools in Pontiac, Pontiac Central, Pontiac North. So for them to do the whole city, it's 2 schools, you know. So it wasn't like that. And like Detroit, where you had King, Cody, Virgin, Northwest, Southwestern. You had this school, that school. Wasn't 30 schools, like. And it's crazy. We had like a city championship. There were like 2 schools. Like, bro, one of us gonna win. Like, it doesn't matter. Like our city champion. Okay, yeah, but so the name Crawford came from Belly. Cause for long I thought that, I'm like I kind of remembered you from school. But I was like his Crawford. Like I don't remember.
That's my real granddaddy last
Okay.
name. Like my family, just put it to you like this, man. Like my whole, I can say this shit, and my family gonna get mad as fuck at me for saying it. But my great granddaddy smoked a white dude way back in the day and changed our last name and shit.
Okay.
So when he moved up to the north, our last name got changed and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that happen with a lot of people.
A lot of us, bro.
Like, a lot of our people just got names they made up. That's why you got, like, Richardson and shit like that. Because it was like, oh, my daddy named Richard, so I'm about to come down here. I changed my name to Richardson.
Yeah, it was either that or your name was your profession. So, cause we get a lot of shoemakers, a lot of tailors and stuff like that. Your last name was whatever you did. I'm Jim the shoemaker, so I'm Jim Shoemaker. I'm James the tailor, so I'm James Taylor. You know, because a lot of times back then, that's how people were known for what they did. So you had to know where to go to find a blacksmith at. So it went from being the last name being blacksmith to just being Smith. Because a smith was, you know, a gunsmith, a blacksmith, a ironsmith. So it was always something. So yeah, a lot of black people did, once they broke away from their, a lot of black people did, you know, change their name after slavery and stuff like that to take it away from their slave owner's name to what they did so they could find work. So yeah, that's not an unfamiliar story. But let's kind of get into friends and family a little bit, man. How did that start?
I gotta tell you the full story, or it ain't gonna make no sense.
I'm here for it.
So, alright, I was homeless and shit, fresh out of high school. I was trying to graduate and shit, so my girlfriend at the time, she was a couple grades younger than me, so I would break in her crib every day and sleep in the closet and shit. So one day, like her stepdad would get up and go to work. So when he got up and left for work, I would get up, creep through the house, go through the front door, and ring the fucking doorbell like I'm just waiting for this nigga to leave. Cause her mama just would be on other shit and wouldn't be paying no mind. So like one day, her mom's was just like, you ain't gotta leave no more. You know what I'm saying? You can just stay. So I'm staying there, fucked up. Her little fast ass sister was hanging out with dudes above her speed, right? So dude, like, you know, hanging out and shit, and he told me, y'all rap, woo, 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 woo. I'm like, yeah. So he like, well, you need to come meet my nigga Oob. And I'm gonna take you over Oob house. And I'm like, all right. I already had a couple little tracks on wax and little shit that I did before. You know what I'm saying? So one day, this nigga like, we about to go to Oob crib. I'm like, bet. I used to carry around like this little briefcase backpack type joint with 7 folders this thick, right? 7 folders this thick full of raps. Go to Oob crib, meet his pops. His pops grill me, ask me everything from do I work for the white man to just a lot of shit. But like in the long run, I understood like he was like preparing us mentally for really what was going on in the world that we just young niggas not even prepared for. But go up here, it's like 15 niggas I don't know nobody. Everybody driving, nobody want to look at me, nobody want to shake my hand. This nigga, ooh, so he come in, you know, dog bring me in, he like, yeah, this scene, you know what I'm saying? So they like, all right. So we just sitting there, and it's quiet, dead silence. And this nigga, ooh, just like, so what you got? I'm like, well, nigga, put on a beat. Ooh, put on a beat. Went through my shit. I wound up doing 7 songs right there on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So after I did them joints, I rocked with Ooh and Kawi and Mike for like 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying? We put out a lot of independent projects. It was a whole group of us and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Kawi actually started Family and Friends. He came up with the name. Okay. My shit was supposed to be Sin Industries. Oob had Ardmore Music. So we doing all this shit. I was having us do shows because my cousin, who you know, Jesse Williams.
That's my dog.
Yeah, that's
my motherfucking dog.
That's family through marriage and shit. I was running around with him being a hype man and shit, right? So I'm a hype man for Jesse, and at one of the shows, I just talked to one of the promoters and then got me and Oob and the whole team into doing shows and shit. So like even before y'all like knew me from doing with Swoop, I had been doing all that booking shit before the internet was out. Like when you actually had to meet people and go outside and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that shit, and then you know when our dogs got stabbed on some bullshit on Astor, and the group broke up. Like we let shit that went on in the streets split us apart. You know what I'm saying? Kyle got locked up. I was on the run again, or was I not on the run? I can't remember if I was on the run or not at that time, but I had disarray, feds looking for niggas. It like, the feds came up here looking for niggas because of some of the shit we did, bro. And we got away from the blessings of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was looking for niggas from up here to Alabama, bro. You know what I'm saying? We caused a lot of stir. And eventually, you know, I went straight to the streets, bro. I ain't give a fuck. I was rapping, and I always stayed making beats and doing it, but I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I got in a bunch of trouble up in Spring Lake. Motherfuckers called the police on me and basically said I was pimping white girls and selling drugs out my crib.
Sounds legit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they said I was doing. I ain't saying that's what I was doing.
But they said.
Nigga, man, it was really what got me in trouble was my homeboy had dreads. He came over to the crib, and the nigga that I'm not gonna name was in the lake with dreads sticking up everybody. He was tearing them niggas up, bro. So, dog is like, I stayed in a corner apartment. It's kind of L like this, and it's like a little breezeway in between. He coming out from like behind the apartments doing whatever, see some niggas and start shooting. And next thing you know, all of the heat on me. So I wound up in Detroit. I go to Detroit, I wound up getting in a motorcycle club, so it was even further away from rap. You know what I'm saying? And the first time these niggas took me to the studio, they're like, all right, see, we going to the studio. I'm like, nigga, about time. And I pull up, these niggas got the whole table full of dope, bro. They in here making packs and shit. And I'm like, nigga, this is normal day-to-day business, nigga. This ain't the motherfucking studio, bro. We here for other shit now. Fuck the studio. You know what I'm saying? So, in the midst of all of that, I finally got my shit together, moved back to the Yak. Me and Kawhi started working on the tape. Okay. My solo project. In the midst of that shit,
with the solo project, was that still dealing with Uber now?
Nah, Uber wasn't really in the picture then, you know what I'm saying? It was just me and Kawhi, his first cousin. So, we working on the tape. I produced the whole tape. Kawhi produced it. It was me and Kawhi, actually. Kawhi produced some, I produced some. Man, we about to put this shit out, and the computer just took a shit on us. Hard drive, everything fucked up, so we wound up putting out a single. Put out the single, Heavy as the Throne, still on SoundCloud. And I got contacted by this dude. He hit me up like, yo, I ain't from Michigan. I'm from down south or whatever. I'm from Ohio. And he was like, I got some records with Bizarre from D12, and I want you to produce the remixes. I'm like, bet. So it went from me doing the remixes for him and Bizarre to me doing the whole album. I never even did the remixes. We got in the studio and just started cutting records. You know what I'm saying? Then he tells me about his situation with the Orchard. And it went from me like just being a producer to, okay, now I got a real legit situation to put my tape out, right? I put my tape out, you know, while I started working on it. And in that time, we wound up meeting a dude from overseas, and then I wound up signing a nigga from the UK. And that was like the first real move I made. So it was like the shit was set up for me, but, you know.
And about what year was it?
Oh, shit. It's 2021. That was 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you, I shouldn't say was that, what made you transition from saying the artist to saying the behind the scenes exec?
The opportunity.
Okay.
That shit was laid out in my face. That's like if a nigga call you right now like, hey bro, if you quit your job and we can give you a contract to say you gonna make $1 million with us, you're not gonna leave your job? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the opportunity fell on my lap. You know what I'm saying? Dog from overseas. My mans did, he did the first, when Bizarre did the Dab Life tour, he was the he was the host of the shit. So he got us all in backstage.
Okay.
My nigga ATL met these 2 dudes from England. When he met the dudes from England, he got them to come to the studio the next day. We wound up doing 3 songs and then took them to the airport. When they flew back, they stayed in contact with me because they like my beats and shit. So then dude hit me like, yo, I got an album and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well shit, we got this situation with the Orchard, come fuck with us. He wound up coming from Southampton, England, all the way to Pontiac. And yeah, Pontiac niggas, I caught everybody. I said, hey bro, it's a international artist coming to the city. He's gonna do verses for free. Nobody took me up on the offer. Tried to throw a show with the nigga in the band gang. Nobody showed up. They went to go, fuck with some other niggas and I don't fuck with and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, bro. Nigga gonna try to charge me $2,000 for a show, bro. And I told that nigga over the phone, I said, bro, you're not worth that. Ain't nobody about to give you that. You're not about to play me. You're not about to disrespect. That's disrespect, bro. That's like me coming to you and you say, Sin, I want to be. All right, bro, give me 2 bands.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not me showing you respect because ain't nobody else about to give me $2,000 for a beat.
Yeah.
So why the fuck I'm gonna do it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it was. And I took that shit and we signed Dog. I saved him because I'm not gonna say this crew name out of respect, but we got this nigga in with like one of the most prominent crews in Detroit for him to fuck it up and get them niggas ready to beat his ass.
I remember you telling me that story.
And I had to like save Dog. And then Dog dropped a diss track on us. And then it wasn't no more saving him. You know what I'm saying?
From the UK, so.
Yeah, that nigga thought he was going. Yeah,
pond.
but see, this is why I be trying to make niggas understand, bro. Like, for me being in Pontiac, we cool with people all over the nation now. He thought he could slide into Ohio. We had folks go down there. You know what I'm saying? He duck and dodged the shit. You know what I'm saying? He got lucky, but it's like, nigga, we got reach now. You know what I'm saying?
So what specifically does Sin Crawford do when it comes to friends and family? What is your specific title and what do you specifically do?
The same shit the CEO of Def Jam does. The same shit the CEO of fucking Warner does. Whatever everything from the royalties, the accounting, the day-to-day management of the artist, publishing, you name it. You really can't, like, only thing I don't have like real experience with is like throwing live events. And I ain't talking about local shit, I'm talking about big productions and shit. But outside of that, I kind of do it all.
Okay, and the reason why I'm asking is because, before we get into, switch the topic, I kind of like to always validate what the person is saying.
Yeah.
If it's a street rapper coming up here, before they get to talking about the rap, give us the background on the street shit, so when we get to the street rap, it's validated.
Yeah.
If you're a businessman, talk about the background of the business, so when you get to giving business advice, it's validated. And the reason why I ask is because you are, I think, on social media, as far as social media is concerned, you're known for giving advice.
Yeah.
But and not in the most affectionate way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just be telling motherfuckers.
Y'all go to ooh for that.
Yeah,
bro.
and it's like, and I know a lot of people, the moment you start to talking shit, you get a lot of ears. A lot of people clicking, a lot of people watching, a lot of views. But the number one thing people say, yo, who the fuck is this nigga talking shit to me? Who is this nigga? What gives him the credibility to tell motherfuckers what they need to do?
Yeah.
So I always like to give you your credibility first before we get into that. Because a lot of people don't know what the CEO of Def Jam does. They don't know what Leor Cohen does or Kevin Lyles does. A lot of people don't know these people. They hear the names, but they don't know what the fuck they do. They just know they heard their name before. You know what I'm saying? So so like if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, no big deal. But just a little bit of detail about what you do and what your day-to-day role is when it comes to friends and family.
Man, it's alright. So think of it like this, bro. Like artists might call and say, "Hey, Sin, I got a 10-track album. What do I do?" Mm-hmm. And I'll help them structure a proper rollout. You know what I'm saying? It might be a 3-month rollout. It might be a 6-month rollout. It just all depends on budget and a lot of factors like that. Some people coming to us with singles. Some people have, they shit kind of laid out and they're coming to us because they can't get with the Orchard. The people who we with, you can't just walk up to them and get with them. You know what I'm saying? So
who would you say is to date the most successful artist you guys have worked with?
I mean, that depends on if y'all want, like, all right, like, I mean, we work with, on the distribution side, biggest artist we ever worked with is Vast Air from Cannibal Wax.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He known worldwide. But, like, on distribution, I mean, we were successful with Swoop. We were successful with Four-Stroke Fame, College of Hip Hop Knowledge, which is a whole label, Way Gang Entertainment. I helped, you know, basically my nigga C-Mac build his shit up from nothing, from the ground up. He was just an artist that had, you know, gumption and drive. And I'm like, bro, if you put your foot on this gas, you could be something. And now he got like 15 artists saying, Astro Fame just did 100,000 on his first single he released with us in like 2 months.
Now, what do you consider successful? When you say people who've been successful with you guys, what do you, is it a dollar amount? Is it a publicity amount? Like, what is it that you look at that says this person is successful?
Yeah, that's relative, because like, all right, somebody might say, like R.A. the Rugged Man, who me and Dane are opening up for on July 16th. Somebody might say, who is he? Because I don't know him, he's not successful, but he got damn near 500,000 people a month listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So success is relative to the person and what their view of it is. Like me, I'm successful because I don't gotta sell dope, I don't gotta rob, I don't gotta work for the man to make money and take care of my kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm successful in my eyes. Another motherfucker might say, well, that nigga ain't got a Bentley, so he ain't successful. Yeah. But to me, it's like, nigga, you gotta go punch a clock. You gotta go work for somebody else. I make all my money off music. How am I not successful? So it's all relative. And with an artist, like, it's all about what situation you in, whether you somebody that's coming into this shit with 0 fans, 10 fans, 100 fans, or you coming to me like already built up. You know what I'm saying? So we could say success is me taking somebody that probably wouldn't have did 1,000 streams and helping them do 10. That's successful because you did more than what you were gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
So what can an artist expect if they were either to come to Friends and Family, or if they were selected to be a part of Friends and Family? Like, what can they expect? Structure
and the truth.
Okay.
You know, it's a lot of shit that we require that, like, I give an example. You gotta have your lyrics typed out. It takes us 2 months to release a record. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know your producer government name. You have to know his publishing information. You gotta know your feature artist's government name. You have to know all of this stuff. You can't take beats that you just stole and put it out. You know what I'm saying? It comes with requirements. You know what I'm saying? So when I start laying out the requirements, a lot of artists will just back up just because it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So what we do ain't for, basically it's not for nobody who ain't definitely serious.
Okay.
If you ain't serious, don't waste my fucking time.
Now, do you guys more so work with artists, or do you guys more so work with the labels who want to then sign their own artists?
Okay. We do both.
Okay. So here's the crux of the Sin Logic debate that we always have, right? And before I get into it, like we were saying earlier, you know, kind of on social media, you are known for giving advice, right? You are known for telling people what they need to be doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you see Sin on live and you get to rolling that blunt, that's the same as that Lil Wayne lighter flick. You know something about to happen, like it's about to get into the shit. And for me, just for me personally, on my end of the spectrum, I remember in the Loaded Lux Hollow the Dime battle, right? Loaded Lux had a line that just stuck with me. I don't remember what the setup was, but the punch was, how you teaching business with free shit? Where's the knowledge? And the point that he was making was that business is all about commerce. End of the day, business is about making money. You know, Kanye West had a whole skit on his first album, College Dropout, but the guy who got all the degrees, and I may not have a job, but my degrees keep me warm at night. No, I don't know what that purse is, but I bet I could add the change up really, really fast. Like, the point of knowledge is to be able to monetize. If you know a whole lot of shit, but in business, and it doesn't improve your standing in life, what is the value of knowing a whole lot of shit? Like, the bum on the street can be super knowledgeable, but you're a bum. The knowledge didn't help. So a lot of people who are detractors of Sin Crawford, of friends and family, of Adam, they say, yeah, he knows shit, but where's the money?
Where's the money?
Yeah.
Where's the money? So here's where the money is, in my motherfucking pocket, nigga. That's where the fucking money is.
You raping you records?
Nah, I'm not raping you records. I built the business on where, like right now, bro, I'm about to pay out like $6,000 in royalties to artists.
Mm-hmm.
The niggas that keep talking shit to me can't show me $200 fucking that you niggas that made off the fucking music.
Okay.
My whole point be, bro, like it's like if I'm with somebody that's like prominent, that actually lives off this shit, you got all the fucking right to question me and ask them questions. But if you go to motherfucking work every day, if you motherfucking, you know, living off your girl, if you motherfucking pimping, don't question me about how I'm making money off the music business, nigga. Ask the questions on how can I take whatever the fuck I'm doing and make some money. Because at the end of the day, bro, like I said before, my clothes, my kids, my rent is paid for off of the music industry. It's not paid for out these motherfucking streets no more.
Yeah.
You know how I'm saying?
And once again, just to be clear, like me and you have had this conversation.
Yeah.
3-hour conversation, 4-hour conversation, so we've talked. But for an artist who's questioning you, right?
Yeah.
He's questioning you because you have made it a point, like you're the anti-Dame Black, right? Dame Black won't say shit unless you make him. You just gotta look at me wrong. What, you wanna say something? Let's talk.
This is what it boils down to, not to cut you off, bro. These niggas don't got fucking fans. I can't say this name, but somebody went to somebody and was like, man, you think Sin's stealing my money?
Yeah.
And you know what this nigga said? Bro, ain't nobody fucking listening to you. It ain't nothing for him to steal.
No, yeah, so I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if you're saying an artist doesn't have a right to question you because they don't
Let
have...
me rephrase.
Okay.
The local people around me who have watched me go from 1 person to 90. That shit ain't fucking rocket science, bro. Y'all watched us start working with Swoop. He went from really not a lot of people knowing him to us doing 60 shows and 200,000 on his first record. We set him up to do just what he's doing now, running his own fucking record label.
But that's still not money, though, right? Like, give you an example. Like, if we're
How do y'all think we did that shit? All of the money that we would generate off of the music, we didn't say, all right, let's go to the mall, let's put it, this my cut, this Swoop cut. We said, nigga, 100% of that shit is going right back into this company and right back into promoting you. We did what smart businesses do, and they take all of their revenue in the beginning and pour that shit back into the company.
So
that's how the company grows.
Yeah, so an example, though, is like, if we're talking business, right?
Yeah.
If I'm sitting here telling you, yo, Sin, this is what you need to do with business. This makes sense. This makes sense. And then sitting over there is fucking Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
And you know Warren Buffett makes $40 billion a year. It's like at the end of the day, if I'm telling you smart business and Warren Buffett is telling you smart business, but you see the $40 billion a year, I'm like, yeah, Logic, you talking your shit, but I see Dame Dash, you see Leor Cohen, you see Russell Simmons, you see. So when people get, even with rappers, which is why they spend so much on
so
jewelry.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Is it only 6 people that run the music industry?
What do you mean when you say run the music industry?
So you say you brought up like Leor, Kevin Lyles, Dame Dash, right? Well, that's like 4-5 execs, right?
I'm bringing up names of people.
You're bringing up names of execs that chose to make a public role. See, when you get into this music business, it's just the first thing.
Hold on, but that's my point. That's my only point I'm making, is that you chose to make a public role. You chose to be public, and we're gonna kind of get into that about why you chose that, because you've told me that, and I understand the method behind the madness. But you've chose that. So because you've chose to be public, I'm only comparing you to people who have chosen to be public. And the thing is, when people have chosen to be public, when they chose to put themselves out there, they're saying, yo, I made $1 million, listen to me when I tell you how to make $1 million. I've made 20 million, listen to me on how to make 20 million. I got a platinum chain.
Yeah.
Listen to me on how to get a platinum chain.
True.
I'm fucking Rihanna. Listen to me on how to fuck Rihanna. So it's like when you come out there and you're telling people, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to do to make the money. This is what you need to do to get the money. And then they say, okay, Sam, well, show me the money. Like, what is your response to that?
What is my response to that?
Yeah.
I usually don't show people the money.
Okay.
But you want me to tell you something? See,
Yes,
this the thing that makes what we do with the music business odd and what no artist wants to say. Your shit might be whack. So I can't tell you, all right, Logic, if you come over here with me, nigga, and you give me your project, we about to make $10,000. Because I can't say that people are going to like Logic's music.
Yeah.
So once they get it, I can't quantify that because see, this is the thing, bro. Like we making 20, 30,000 a year off of rap, right? That's what we doing right now, and we actually on track to make double that this year. You know what I'm saying? We made what we made last year in like 3 months this year. You know what I'm saying? The first quarter of this year was like really kind to us. You know what I'm saying? Like Lord blessed us.
Yeah.
The thing is, we're dealing with music. When you're dealing with music, bro, nobody can promise you nothing. Nobody can come to you and say like, yo, if you come over here, you're going to make X amount of dollars. It's the same, like the best example is like when we deal with legacy artists and publishing, right? So we might talk to a dude, we might find 1,000 lines of unclaimed royalties, and they'll talk to us about upfront money, and we don't do that. And they like, why? Well, because that's too much of like the old. If we giving you upfront money for your publishing, that means we own your publishing. That means that it's ours. That means that I bought you out of that shit. That means that I bought you out for $50,000. And guess what? If I come to you as a publisher right now and I say, all right, Logic, I give you $2,000 for your album. You best believe I'm about to go make 20, and you ain't about to get $1 of it because I bought you out for 2,000. Our business model is more so based on the old saying of, I'm not about to go fishing for you. I'm about to give you the rod and teach you how to take a fish. We take a commission. Just like I said, I'm getting ready to pay out about $6,000 in royalties in like the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? To our artists that are making money. Will we always making money? No. But guess what? All of the shit that I taught, us following that model, made us make money. But the catch is, your shit might suck, nigga. So you might come over here and fucking flop. And that's not based on me. That's based off your music not being no fucking good.
I'm ready.
All right, bet. So we back. The main thing that I wanted to get across is I see a lot of times you know, getting into those social media spats, talking your shit, for lack of better words. And until I got on the phone with you and we had like those 2-3 hour conversations talking about the shit, I really didn't understand where you were coming from. It just seemed like you was hating.
Yeah.
Telling motherfuckers, with people, what they need to do.
Yeah.
Why you need to listen to, and why you need to listen to me. And I always, as a business person myself, I always want to know who's talking to me. And a lot of people would always be, oh, Sin think he know everything. Sin think that, who is he? What do he know? What don't he know?
To you niggas that say that shit outperform me.
No, but
I'm keeping that shit. I gotta say that though, because these niggas keep talking about he know it all. Well, nigga, put up 2.5 million streams in a year and I'll shut the fuck up.
But here's where I'm at though, which is why I'm just telling you why I was going down this line of questioning. Because just like we said before we left, it was always like, okay, if you telling me what I need to be doing in business, show me where you're doing that in business. So everybody's thing was always, okay, yeah, Sin seemed to know his shit, but is he making money?
Okay, so
is he do? So that's just kind
one
of
the reasons why I'm not like big about showing all of these financials and shit. It's like the stock market. So 100,000 streams this month doesn't necessarily pay the same as 100,000 streams next month. So the payments is too iffy. It's too many variables. Whether you getting American plays, South American plays, Australian plays, Motherfucking Denmark plays. All of those countries have different royalty rates. So I can't go to a person and definitively say, if you do 100,000 streams, this is how much money you're going to get, because I don't know how they're going to come back. You could do that 100,000 on YouTube that don't pay shit. You could do 100,000 mid-tier streams that could possibly pay you 1 penny per stream. And let me clarify this. That's 1 penny after the orchard takes their cut. I've seen, and like the first time I seen it on a financial statement, I called my mans and I said, bro, they fucked up. And he said, what? I said, they giving us 1 penny per stream for some of these streams. He was like, for real? I said, yeah, but I ain't about to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So time goes on, I see it again and again and again, and now it's 2 years later. Like, streams pay so much more than what artists understand, but it's not cut and dry. So when y'all see all of those, Spotify pays 0.003 per stream, that's based off of an average. That's not based off of what they pay, because I give you an example. We moved a label over from a distributor called Route Note, right? Mm-hmm. He called me when he got his first financial statement. I was a little nervous. I'm thinking I'd have fucked up, or he bad about something. He like, bro, I'm just trying to figure out how, after the orchard took a cut, you took a cut, we still are making more money for the same amount of streams that we did with Route Note. And I said, because we have a greater share of the market. We're part of Sony Entertainment. Even though me and Kawhi Simpson own Family and Friends Entertainment, because we distributed through the orchard, we're still considered part of the gigantic branch of Sony. So the little twos and fews we get, Sony is counting that in their bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's how the motherfuckers did $1 billion in Q4 last year. Okay. So our streams could flat out be worth more, but then you might come to us and your market share is so low. So like, this is how it pays. If you get played 100 times, you do not get paid 100 times on the royalties. What they do is they say, all right, Logic got played 100 times, you know, B got played, you know, 500 times, Sin got paid 5,000 times. Sin owns this percent of the market, B owns this percent of the market, Logic owns this percentage of the market. Then they take that and say, okay, Logic streams is worth this, B streams is worth that, Sin streams is worth that. Like, a lot of people don't know, Wiz Khalifa tried to sue Spotify because Drake gets a higher streaming royalty than him. Because Drake holds a higher stake of the market. So it's too many fucking variables as to like how an individual artist gets paid. But yeah, making 20, 30 a year just off the streaming. It's not including the champion gear, merch, or anything else.
Okay, so to kind of put it in perspective, and this is just from the local standpoint. Yeah. A lot of the local artists who are questioning what you're doing, your business methods, or why certain artists haven't seen certain profits, because all the I's aren't dotted and all the T's aren't crossed, meaning you may not be as good as you think you are, and you may not understand how that pays out.
And then it goes down to the truth. The gatekeeper is money. If you're not willing to advertise your shit, nobody gonna fucking hear it outside of your friends and your cousins. Point blank, period. So if it's just like when you was talking earlier today about like music money is taking money out of your kid. Like that could be something you buy your daughter some shoes with, right? Mm-hmm. Well, think of it like this, nigga. Every time I see you niggas on Facebook, look at the new shoes I just spent $300 on. That's a marketing budget. Y'all niggas choose not to put y'all money in the right places. It's not my fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody now wants to spend the money looking like a rapper. But then when a nigga say, hey, oh, you want some beats? My nigga Hum, who did shit for Dave East, he'll cook you an exclusive for a rack right now on the spot. Mm-hmm. But then you get to talking about $1,000 a beat now. Crickets. It's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Most local artists are not just going to sacrifice. If a nigga is willing to rob, steal, to get some yays, and you not willing to do the same thing to put that behind marketing or a music video, don't call my phone. It's a waste of everybody's time.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Say about videos, because people pull out $2,000, $3,000 in a video,
but don't want to pay the video
pay
person.
You $50 to shoot a video. Like, bro, I charge $300. Oh, that's too much. I can't do $300. But you just spent $1,000 plus on your outfit. You drinking. You just spent $200 in the store on liquor, but you can't pay for a full video. Like, it's the same shit.
And I'm not trying to like. And this where the thing is. I'm only saying it in this tone so the artist will actually get it. See, remember I said I started all this shit in 2016, right? I brought an international artist to the hood, right? I was talking all of this, get with ASCAP, get with BMI, roll out in a very positive manner. And you niggas ignored it. And then when I came out here and said, hey niggas, look at Swoop, he got 16,000 monthly listeners, where yours at? Nigga, we getting BMI checks, nigga. Why y'all ain't? Now, all of a sudden, well, I got a problem with what he's saying, but guess what? All of you niggas just secretly inbox me, hey, Sin, you'll help me set up my BMI? Man, how do I register with ASCAP? Man, how? Say that fake ass motherfucking, y'all wanna talk all this shit in public, but then wanna call my fucking phone and inbox me and ask me questions. See, like my good brother Logic here, he'll debate with me in public and then we'll have a conversation about it. My phone line is open, bro. I ain't got no problem helping nobody from the hood. But it has to have limitations, you know what I'm saying? Like, just straight up and down. Like, I'm not about to keep wasting fucking time. If I don't think that you, like, really serious, I'm not about to waste my time. I'm not about to keep getting babysitters for niggas to blow me off on meetings. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So, who are the artists, or who is signed to Family and Friends Entertainment? Who do you guys have signed?
We got College of Hip Hop Knowledge, which is an imprint. We just signed Made Hype, which is 4-stroke fame. We work with, obviously, Dame Black. We work with Vast there. We do publishing for Razcast. We do publishing for MOP's producer, Doc Ish. We're about to get some other big names. I'll tell y'all offline, you know, because I don't talk about somebody until they actually have signed an agreement with us. You know what I'm saying? Locally, we work with Kenneth Boy DK, Turk, BH Pounds. We done put out some records on Lambo Bricks. We helped Swoop get Hustle to Motivate together. We put out his first 2 records. We just got Carmen Jackson, who is an R&B singer, and she currently got her song Where Do We Go From Here charting at #1. We also have an R&B singer, Danny Darling, and she just got a stupid big write-up in Metro Times that I really suggest everybody go read. She really doing some dope shit. And I gotta shout out Rod Wallace at Grove Studios for all of the help. And anybody, you know, y'all just check out Rod, man. Real good, solid dude, man. But that's a good, because we work with 90 artists, so I can't remember them all. We got a producer, N8. We got a producer, Hum Beats, that did work for Cool G Rap, Sue Surf, Dave East. He just did a whole bunch of pictures for Lil Baby and them and shit. We work with all type of people, bro.
Okay, man. I can kind of go on and on, man. I'm writing additional questions as we go, but we done already passed the hour mark. We definitely gonna have to have you back, man, because you know I wanted to get a little bit more into talking my shit, but more so than talking shit, man, I wanted to lay the foundation for motherfuckers to know who you are and what you do. I felt that was more important than having the back and forth and the debates and things like that. So, because through conversation, I learned to respect you a lot more.
Yeah.
What you do and what you stand on, as opposed to a little 10-15 minutes.
I gotta say this shit, bro. Niggas like you piss me the fuck off.
He does it with quite a few people.
Y'all piss me off because y'all be so fucking talented and just won't go. Nigga, just fucking go. Stop bullshitting, nigga. Fucking go. You can rap. It's a bunch of you niggas out here that's mad talented that just won't say, you know what? I'll save up $3,000 to go on a fucking vacation or to go do this or to go do that. Nigga, put that fucking shit into yourself. Cause y'all niggas will be surprised at what the fuck y'all can do if you just try. And I mean really try. Not half-ass try. I mean really, really, really try, nigga.
Facts. That's a conversation we can have. But I just saying facts because we gotta go another 20 minutes. You know, we got a couple other interviews scheduled after, and I don't want to hold them up too much more longer, man.
Go listen to Project Logic tape, man. Go stream that nigga
Effective
shit.
nostalgia,
Man.
you know what it is. But this ain't about me right now. This is about Sin. This is about family and friends entertainment. This is about all the dope shit that you guys are doing and how you guys can be a vessel for not only local artists, but for local artists as well, who are trying to take that next step. And I really want them to understand what that, which was my point for bringing it, to understand what that next step is, to understand that it's not you gonna come to family and friends and drop a project and make $1 million in 3 months. Is we gonna get your business right, we gonna get your publishing right, we gonna get your royalties, your mechanical royalties, we gonna show you everywhere you losing money, we gonna show you where you need to promote at, we gonna show you your analytics so you can see where you really getting played at, where you need to focus your promotion, where you need to plan your shows at. If you doing shows at the fucking Blind Pig in Ann Arbor,
that's where I'm still getting my shit together, is the shows. And just so y'all know, Dame Black, Sin Crawford, R.A. the Rugged Man, 716, man. Tickets is $25. Y'all come get them boys, man.
There we go, man. So I appreciate you for coming out. Understand, we definitely gonna call you back for a part 2. We gonna get into some bullshit, of course. We gonna talk about we'll have some fun and share a little bit more information, man. But I can do this all day, man. So I appreciate you for coming out, Sin. Thank you for being a part of Plug City, you know what I'm saying? And let you take it away on the drops.
Let me check my schedule.